So Pablo Larrain, director of the Oscar-nominated film No. I'm Angela from Celebs. Thank you so much for talking to us today. So tell me how, since the Oscar nomination was announced, how has life changed for you and what's ahead?
Well, I don't know how it's changed to me. What I can tell you, it's been a lot of work, which is pretty fantastic. Basically because the movie hasn't been released yet in the United States, and it will be released very soon here and in many other countries in the world. And of course, this nomination would help in to create an atmosphere very positive on the film. More people would be aware of it. More people will finally see it, and that's just fantastic.
Yes, congratulations. Now, how long has this story been with you, and why did it impact you so much?
Well, I think it's, as a filmmaker, what you want to be is close to original stuff, you know, and this is truly something very original, and it's real, you know, it's a real epic where it tells the story how a country was able to defeat a dictator, and we had it since so long. It's just we were scared to do this because it was a big challenge, and it's a very important issue to us there. At some point we just decided to do it, and we said, let's go after this amazing story, let's tell the story to the world, because most people know how the Pinochet got in power, but most people don't know how he got out. And it's a very particular story on how a dictator, a very violent person, left the power throughout the tools of peace. And so it's very original, and it's very contemporary. This happened 25 years ago in a little country, my country in South America, but it has finally reached a very universal level, and that is really fantastic.
Were you there, living there at the time? Do you remember this happening?
I was 12.
Right.
But I do remember in more on an emotional level, and how beautiful and sort of positive was the campaign, and how it changed everything. We were living very dark days by then. The atmosphere and the mood was very gray, and all of a sudden these guys just show up with this sort of campaign that it was beautiful, based on rainbows and a positive sort of message, and promising and wondering just a better future. And then just people got encouraged by that, and they went out and voted no. So it's very special, and as I tell you, it's an epic story, and it's real, you know, and so it's a wonderful opportunity to make a movie out of this, and just to spread the word, you know.
And to revisit it as an adult, what was the most interesting thing you learned about that whole campaign?
Well, I think there's something that I've been learning afterwards when we've been showing the film in many places, which is the fact that everybody has a, you know, their own perspective of democracy and the political reality of the country. And when they see this film, that it might be far, they just connect with it because it's something that we all sort of question every day. Since democracy is the only reasonable and possible way of doing politics, it has defects, it's not perfect. And so we all wonder how to do it better, and that this film would maybe create a reflection on it, and people just realize how important it is to be active on politics, how important it is to have an opinion, and to go there and vote and express yourself. Democracy is something that we all do every day, and it's important to know that.
And lastly, I just want to touch on Gael's character, Rene. This guy was so unusual because he was bold and brilliant in his ideas, but then I found him to be very docile in his personality. Yeah. Did you create him that way, and how was your coaching with Gael on bringing him to life?
Yeah, well, I think it's very important to have a character that's what Gael plays, that has an enormous amount of mystery. I think that even though he's expressed a lot what he thinks and feels, there's something that he keeps inside, and that was very important. That's how you have an active audience. So the audience is just thinking and wondering what's going on all the time, and they want to know what's going on inside of his head. And since the movie doesn't give that answer, they have to sort of think about it. And I don't enjoy much when the films that you're looking at, they just express and show everything. You got to keep something that's incomplete, so the audience would complete it with their own perspective. And I think Gael does that very well, because there's something that's going on inside of him that's never been told, and that is movie making. I think so.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah.